Yo, what's up? We have another patch coming up and I'll be so excited to read it for the first time together with you guys. Heroes of the Storm balance patch, August 20th, 2021. Let's see what we have in store for us. It's gonna be changes to Stitches, Leoric, Deckard, Lieutenant Morales, Quira, Hanzo, Nazeebo, Valla, and Zagara. I'm gonna do quick predictions on what I think is gonna happen, what should happen. Zagara nerf, Valla small nerf, Nazeebo buff, Lunara buff, and Hanzo is very good in the CCL as you may have seen, but he is very weak in general ladder play. His highest win rate build on Storm League is auto attack because it's the easiest. The skillful iteration of Stormbow and Scatter build have a much lower win rate, and he's even in Master Diamond. He has like among the bottom 5 in win rates. Therefore, I think he's gonna get buffed. I don't think it should happen. Or if he does get buffed, it should be buff his noob utility, but don't buff his pro utility. So let's see what happens with that. Quira could receive small buffs. She has a few percentages under the average. Deckard, I would expect buffs. His Storm League win rate is low. He gets picked now and then in pro play, but usually after several supports have been banned. Morales, I thought in the previous rework that she was going to be fairly good. Barely seen her since. Maybe she'll get buffs. Leoric, probably nerf or change. I find it hard to predict because no one's really talking about Leoric too much. And Stitches, I would say his early game is still a little weak. His late game is still a little strong. Let's see what the patch notes are like. Stitches, health reduced by 40. And Shambling Horror, his movement speed impetus removal has been reduced from 5 to 4. These are small nerfs and I think that's fine. He's quite good both in pro play and in Storm League. And even though he has counter picks, he tends to really become strong in the late game. I would have liked to see rather a nerf to his level 20 or his level 13 rather than just baseline nerfing him. Oh, there we go. It was out of frame. Like to keep the suspense, you know me. But yeah, that's okay. That's fine. And then Tenderizer. Oh, there's more. Tenderizer. Slow amount reduced from 25% to 20%. Okay. Just nerfs across the board and less of a slow duration. Pulverize has also been reduced from 80 to 70% and the armor reduction as well. Overall, we're happy with it, but he's a little too sticky and tanky. Okay, I think that's fine. I would have personally nerfed his hook range 13 by about 5 or 10%. And maybe reduce the CDR of Master Hooker or make sure it's not 100% anti-healing. I personally am of the persuasion that neither Ana nor Stitches should have 100% removed healing talent or ability. I think the max on this ever should be 75%, but that's just my opinion. And I will fight anyone in fisticuffs to defend that opinion if, you know, I ever meet anyone in real life again. Leoric, Skeletal Swing, additional functionality. Skeletal Swing deals an additional 75% damage to minions. Wrath of the Bone King, third basic attack damage bonus increase from 100 to 125. Those are pretty big buffs, but I'm assuming they're gonna remove Kneel Peasants. Kneel Peasants, change functionality. Skeletal Swing deals an additional 75% to minions and mercs, and they activate Skeletal Swing's cast and cooldown refund. They activate. So if you hit a minion and merc, being the king brings many duties, being a skeleton king is no different. Leoric players are often expected to fill a wave clearing role that is dependent on the current Kneel Peasants to succeed. We're bringing much of its benefit baseline and trying something a little weird with Kneel Peasant. Let us know if you consider it treasonous. Patch in EU now too, go patch. I will go patch soon, doesn't take too long. Actually, I guess I can do it now. It's just, I was relying on the music, you see, from the game. That's why I'll keep it up. Okay, moving on. I don't know what they activate the swing cost and cooldown refund means. Healing Potion. Deckard. Medium range flight time reduced from... okay, the medium range flight time... Oh, okay. Oh, this is a big deal. there's quite a big delay on this potion at far range and medium range, and that's going to get reduced just a bit. Heal amount increase from 270 to 285. The slow duration on Horaja Cube is now 2 seconds, up a quarter. And the scroll of Identify, level 1. Hitting a hero with scroll of Sealing permanently increases its damage by 2. Oh! So they're gonna remove the level 16 scroll that does triple damage, and they've made it a fun quest instead at level 1. Hitting 15 heroes causes Scroll of Sealing to reveal and reduce armor of heroes by 10 for 4 seconds. And hitting 30 heroes increases the amount of armor reduction to 15 and the duration by to 6. Yo, this seems pretty this seems cool. Both damage as well as great utility. This is a cool, fun quest to play. It sounds a little strong, but how many Scroll of Ceilings are you really gonna hit? All of them? You know, this is the one that worries me because Sapphire is already pretty broken, the level 1 talent. So just giving another quarter second on Sapphire, which is like 60-70% slow, that one is pretty crazy. He's gonna be a CC machine. Potion of Shielding, more shield. Rejuvenation, healing increased. Mana restoration increased. You know, my first impression is it's Deckard's time to shine. He's already been good in ARAM. I'm thinking he's gonna see more play in competitive. I don't see any downsides to any of this yet. This gets picked in CCL. This obviously gets picked in CCL because it's baseline. Not much Lornado yet, but it's going to be starting to deal damage instead of no damage. That's interesting. Healing Potion, Super 1 is going to be less. And that's also interesting because in CCL, this barely gets picked or not at all. It's always the AoE bonus to allies that gives splash auto attacks and heals. So this nerf is not going to hit CCL. It's going to hit Storm League and ARAM though. Additional functionality, potions heal more against heroes under 50% health. Alright, I'm thinking, right? Is that multiplicative? Is it additive? Or, as we need to ask in 2021, is it bugged? So Leo's Q has 50% less CD and mana refunded if you hit a hero baseline. And with Neo Peasants, it's also the case on Mercs and Monsters. I see. Thank you, Alice Loss. So this is certainly an interesting one because it's going to be doubled first when it's super, and then is it 225% for a low health hero, or is it going to be 250% for a low health hero, which is multiplicative, or is it going to be 575% when it's bugged? We'll see. Because it looks like this affects both the small pot and the big pot. Maybe it's like 125, 225. That's how it should work. Potion of Revival. Area healing increased from 50 to 75%. Ancient Blessings. Oh yeah, that's the one. Shorter cooldown. So this is also a buff to the CCL talent. Deckard's healing related talents have been underperforming, so we're hitting their numbers as well as cutting down some of the travel time on his potions. Scroll of Identify is also getting a blast of spice, because why not? Never seen this. This is pretty hip. Morales, more health regen, and they bring this back to 3. And safeguard +5 armor again. This is the new StarCraft Terran bunker balancing. +5, -5, +5, -5. A trauma trigger. Cooldown reduced from 40 to 30. I still think this is a bad talent. Vanadium plating. The most picked talent from 25 to 20. So it's still the same and you need it less, so they give space for other level 7s. Cool. Yeah, interesting. Seems fine to me. Fatal Wounds, quest requirement reduced from 200 to 150 hits. And Snaring Swing. Ensnaring swing. Primary target slow increase from 40 to 60. So this talent, this ensnaring swing, guys, has a win rate of like 30+%. And everything else is like 48 or whatever, or 50. So this one is very bad currently. So this is a big buff. Let's see if it's going to be good. I, as a Tassadar main, I'm not sure how Quira performs with that, but we'll see. Pulsing Pain. Damage increased from 115 to 135. Like, I literally don't remember what this does, so let's move on. Lingering Ailment. Armor reduction increased from 15 to 25. Don't remember it. Nobody picks these. It's always the booming kick that does a splash stun. Of course, somebody picks it. I'm exaggerating. Spell armor. Yeah, cool. Utility belt. This actually has a high win rate. It gives her CDRs on her kick, her sweeping kick, as well as her grappling hook. It has a good win rate. I've never picked it. I mean, I only have like 15 games on her. Many of her revolving swing talents have never really captured the attention of Quira players, as they often leave Quira spinning out. We're giving these buffs a whirl to see how they play out. Yeah, they doubled the spell armor duration and from 50 to 60. Like, no matter what, if you look at this numerically, it's insane. Ranged, Hanzo. Alright, more health. That's gonna help his Storm League value and CCL. I'm gonna keep comparing it like this because there's such a big dichotomy between these two Hanzos. Natural agility, buff in Storm League and in CCL. The Dragon Hungers, spell power from Storm Bows, buffed. 12 seconds instead of 10. Sharpened arrowheads. Oh no! Oh no! This is the Storm League talent, so they buffed this talent. Maximum armor reduction is still at 20. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's gonna make him better in Storm League and not affect him that much in competitive, to be honest. They're usually gonna go for the scatter CDR, almost always, with almost any build. So this is an intelligent buff. Dragon Strike. Center damage bonus increased from 50 to 75%. Wow. Yeah, we can't have Hanzo not be reliable. Our Overwatch gem. We're increasing his health and adding some quality of life. Yeah, I think... I mean, no matter what, this buffs him in CCL, and he's already so good there. I don't think that's super wise. Just saying. Because he's just going to become a must-pick in CCL. He doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. So we'll see him in next season. But for Storm League, it's fine. Hippity Hop. Cooldown reduced from 4 to 2 seconds. This is... you're allowed to use abilities, but you're not allowed to use auto attacks. Then you remain very fast. Mount speed. 30%. And now you get that after 2 seconds instead of after 4. That's pretty cool. Choking Polen. Damage against enemies with 3 stacks of toxin increased. Oh, so they're giving her burst? They're buffing her greatest weakness, lack of burst. This was already being taken sometimes. But there was also a CCL player that recently said, Lunara is a hero. Wild Figure. Damage bonus increased from 50 to 70. Yeah, same thing. Burst. 4 auto attacks after W do bonus damage. They're giving her more burst. More damage from Thornwood Vine. Abolish magic cooldown. Okay, interesting. So her niche is gonna still be if you want to get a cleanser on her range DPS. And then she has more burst. I'm willing to give it a try. Now let's look at Nazeebo. Corpse Spiders. Cooldown decreased from 9 to 8. That is an enormous buff. I'm not going to use calculator. I'm just going to calculate it by head quickly. That's a 12.5% buff in cooldown. Mana cost reduced from 50 to 40. That's a 20% buff. Widowmakers. Enemies hit by corpse spiders jar are slowed by 30% for 1.5 seconds. I even heard his mind pressing keys. After attacking heroes 100 times, corpse spiders deal 30% more damage and last for an additional second. That's pretty good. Before it was just 30% if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty sick. Pandemic. Additional functionality. After hitting 80 heroes with Plague of Toads, it reduces the... It's 2040 right now, right? I think it's 2040. Let me check. Oh, it's just 40. 40 is 2 toads, okay? So 80 heroes, it reduces the damage that heroes deal by 5%, stacking up to 25. Damn. That's pretty sick. Tank Zebo. You combine that with his large health pool and he can just tank tanks. Blood Ritual. Passive. Take... What? This is already the best. This is the only level 4 worth picking on most maps. I think we got some new YouTube video content coming up. And we're going to see some Morales. We're going to see some Nazeebo from me. Spirit of Arakir. Corpse spiders grants an additional spider. Huh. And you don't have to hit just one person with it anymore. Oh, wait, never mind. If corpse spider's jar hits only one target, then you spawn an additional spider. So right now it reads... Spirit of Arakir right now reads... If you hit one enemy, +2. So now it's +1 and one enemy is another +1. I like that. It was too restrictive. I like that a lot. I like it bigly. Guardian Toads. Stack duration increased from 1.5 to 2 seconds. Max duration from 4 to 6. Okay, so 3 toads is 6 seconds of 25 armor. Superstitious. Heroic basic attacks that cancel the spell armor effect spawn a corpse spiders to attack the hero. Who? Nazeebo? Like, get the spider off me. No, I'm assuming it's attack the enemy hero. Isn't Big Voodoo taken instead of Blood Ritual? Yeah, but only because people like big stacks and they cannot lie. Blood Ritual is way better than Big Bad Voodoo. Than Big Voodoo. Like, this is like infinite mana return straight at level 4 without needing to stack. You go to a wave, you get so much mana and health back. When is the patch going live? It's already live. Spider Colony. Additional functionality. Corpse spider attacks against heroes also reduces the cooldown of corpse spiders by 1/8 of a second. And this is in addition to... Corpse spider attacks against heroes reduce the cooldown of zombie wall and plague toads by 1/4 second. So it does CDR on spiders, but half as much as it does on zombie wall and toads. That's really good. That's a lot of spiders. Humongoid. Gargantuan Stomp's area is also increased by 25%, and its slow is increased to 50%.
It is good to see you again.
Okay, Blizzard. Hello, Blizzard. My name is Grubby, and I stream HOTS. And I wonder why there is no slow in this tooltip at level 10. It's probably at level 20, isn't it? But there is no slow here either. So how can you increase the slow from nothing? And I know he has a slow, I've seen it. But it's not in the tooltip. How can you increase it to 50%? It's a hidden functionality. Annihilating Spirit. Additional functionality. Heroes hit by Ravenous Spirit have their X-Files theme. Heroes hit by Ravenous Spirit have their healing received reduced by... What?
So sweaty.
Bro! Fury of the Storm removed. New, Bad Madison. Consume 5 stacks of Voodoo Ritual to become unstoppable. What? Gain 20% movement speed? and 50 armor for 2 seconds. This is Alarakibo? Nazalarak? Consume 5... What? This is so good. Come on. Bad medicine. Wow. It's been a hot minute since we touched the Naz man. We feel like he's a late game PvE powerhouse. Really? You feel that way? Does he powerhouse better than Zagara or Taz? Because, like, how much power do you really need to kill a minion wave? Like, hey guys, we need some level 20 wave clear. Let's grab Nazeebo so we can get some 20 wave clear and farm for level 27. But we do feel like there's some room for him to have more of a PvP impact early on. We're adjusting both his spider and toad builds to have a more unique identity. Yeah, I do like that. They're now not just damage anymore. We're also dumping a pile of jungle spices on his 20s to make them more competitive with the ever popular Vile Infection. Sick. Valla! Arsenal damage reduced from 120 to 100. The grenades. Hot Pursuit now only gives 20% movement speed, not 25%. Gloom. Less healing. Half healing per second. Healing per second scales with level now. Oh, it's less at first, and then it's... you reach the original point at level 20. Level 20 is about double of the baseline. This is baseline. So at 20, you're this. At level 1, you're this. And at level 10, you'll be like in between-ish. Actually, you'll be like under in between because, you know, it's cumulative. But passive spell armor. But at level 30, you're getting more health per second. Passive spell armor reduced from 20 to 15. So she's a bit more squishy. I think she's still good, but she already kind of wasn't first pick anymore. In competitive, that was true for sure. In Masters games, I also feel like it was true. She's getting way overpicked. And now I think she's definitely not first pick anymore. Maybe middle pick or last pick. Death Siphon, removed functionality. Penetrating bolts no longer heal Valla for the damage dealt. Okay. Okay, that's that makes sense. And then the final one.
Hey, man.
Yo, Tasteless. What up, dude? Tasteless, thanks for the raid. I've been watching some of your StarCraft streams. Been nice. Congrats on your new sponsorship. Welcome to HOTS. We're just going over the patch notes. Unironically, HOTS the only classic game that's still getting patches. So feels pretty pog. Health reduced, 75 less. Health regenerated, less. Basic attack damage -2. Baning Barrage, mana cost increased from 10 to 15. That makes sense because she has double the Banelings and did not get double the mana. And this is not double either, quick maths says. Cooldown increased from 3 to 4. Damage reduced. Okay. Just an FYI for everybody. After her rework or rebalance, she was doing 30 to 90% more damage overall, depending on how long you're in a fight with her. So that was pretty insane. And this looks like it'll bring it back down to earth. Volatile Acid no longer deals 20% bonus damage for Banelings. I think we might see the era of the Roachling builds. Roachling also took buffs and they're not touching it because Banelings was overbusted. So many Banelings tasteless. A Baneling Massacre changed functionality, gained 2 additional charges of Baneling Barrage, but increased its cooldown by 2 seconds. Wow. So more burst, but less sustain. Yeah. I don't know. Is this over-nerfed? The Zagara main that was playing her before it was cool is going to be so angry. That's a big cooldown. That's an obliteration. Feels weak now. Pack Instinct, less damage. Yep. Yeah, to be honest, they have no data on how good Roachling build is, because everyone was lightning focused towards needing to play Banelings. Yeah? Because it was too good. I got no idea how good Roachling build is, or how good Banelings will be now. They have a usual ethos. Zagara is seeing her talents pay the price for an increase in... Yeah, okay. Valla also had bugs. Oh. You could hit invulnerables with caltrops. Interesting. Maybe it was like coded as terrain. Yo, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the patch overview. Now let's go play some games. See y'all. Peace.